Hello, and welcome to Social Command's space events. We have just, there's two things happening today. There's a static fire now, and we're also getting a launch, hopefully, today, or on the same day. Very confusing. So let's start things off, shall we?
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff.
So, as I said, we're just waiting for a static fire test, which is happening this morning. We've got no audio for some reason from Boca Chica at the moment. The window opened at there at 7 o'clock this morning, which was about an hour. Where are we? About an hour and 5 minutes ago. I think it was 12 o'clock here. And what they're trying to do is do a static fire test now, and then they're going to do a launch later on today. Now, this is all going to get very confusing because I have other things going on as well. So we're just going to I don't know what is going on here because it's like there's no audio and I'm not sure what is going on. Let's just do a few tests while we're waiting for that static fire. Yeah, the audio's there. On mute. That's all on. Maybe they haven't got audio on the cameras there, which is weird. Let's see if we can pick up a different. Bear with us on this because we thought this was happening about 3 o'clock, and as ever with SpaceX, it's happening now. So, as I'm off camera and I can't see a monitor, this could be all happening as we speak. Let's just see. There's just mute. Okay. All right, we haven't got any. That's all right then. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. There's no audio. So we're not. It's weird we haven't even got any audio from the actual area because we usually get a sound feed from that. We've got some comments coming in. Always good to have people. Harvey, how are you? Harvey is here. So, Harvey, what's going to happen? Because I know you were with us for the last launch. What's happening is that we're going to run this. I think is it happening now? Without any sound, it's difficult to hear. We're going to run this launch now. Then we'll come off, and we've actually got a scheduled time for 5 o'clock, which will jump back on. So I wanted everybody just to say what's going on. Now, what's going to happen is, as ever with SpaceX, if it suddenly goes past 7 o'clock tonight, for an hour, we're going to have a problem because I run an online radio show, which I broadcast to a radio station and also broadcast online, which some of you who follow us may have seen it, and it's the house party. It runs for an hour from 7 till 8. It's always live, and I'm going to have to run both streams at the same time if we're going to run into that time. It depends what the turnaround's going to be like. That's the thing, because it's 8 o'clock there. They've got till their time 6. Oh, here we go. Static fire. Okay. Of course, this could, if something goes wrong here, then there's no launch at all later on. I'll make the noise for you. The static fire seemed to work. they fired up the engines, and that's what it's supposed to do. Just why is there no audio, which is very annoying. No, definitely no audio. It's not anything I'm doing my end. They've definitely got... Let's just turn that down. So that was a static fire. Okay. He says they've just now ticked it on the left-hand side of the screen. It says static fire. We will have some other guests later on today. So, as I said, we are having the static fire now, and they're going to do a quick turnaround. I don't know how quick, you know what it's like. There is a countdown clock, which SpaceX have put up, which is quite interesting. Let me just have a look what's that saying now once they've done that. Here we go. So, it's actually saying 4 hours, 48 minutes to launch, which would make it 10 to 6. I mean, if that happens, that's great. It'll all be done by 7 o'clock. But as you know, these launches do not run to time at all. So we're just going to have to go with it. And if I've got to play some, as I made the joke earlier, if I've got to play B-52's Love Shack in the middle, then we'll do that. It's all fine. It's all good. What's Harvey saying? Hopefully the landing gear doesn't fail, and it should be very good landing. Now, you see, last time, that was the funniest thing, wasn't it? Because the last time we were sat here from about 5 o'clock till, was it 11 o'clock our time? Landing came down. We knew it was slightly crooked when it landed, but everybody got very excited and all well done. Everybody clapped. Thanks a lot, everybody. Good night. Went off air. 10 minutes later, the thing exploded and we missed it completely. So we're going to leave the streams running this time. But even, to be honest, even SpaceX Stream, which is the one we put on, because these aren't HD 4K cameras that they're using. And so we'll use we always go over to the SpaceX Stream. And that was... Even that switched off. I think it was it Lad Padre or NASA Spaceflight? I think they kept their cameras on and they caught it. Obviously, we're not allowed to use everybody's streams. Lad Padre, who we're using here, allows us. And I've just realised I'm blocking his... there we go. I'm blocking his logo. I think that's the plan, though. Blow them up. It's easy to clean. I don't think they do, because there was some pictures, Harvey, of the first Falcon 1 testing, which blew up on landing, and they have to collect every little bit, which is interesting, and they've got a tent where all the bits play. So I don't, even if I think it's easier not to blow them up. I think. I don't know. It seems expensive. They can use those Raptor engines a couple of times. So, okay, so the static fire's done. They're going to de-tank, which is happening now. Then they'll open the road, and we'll keep an eye on it to see if the launch is going to happen in 4 hours and 42 minutes. We'll be live again about 5 o'clock, 5:30. And let's hope they nail it and not run into my radio show, which could be interesting, as I said. But hey, you can join the radio show. That's fine. It's all good. It's weird not having any background sound. I don't know why, unless this is a thing they're doing. No. I know the other streams that we have all got talking on it, and it just makes things a bit difficult. So Harvey's jumped off. See you later, Harvey. Don't forget, you can jump in and leave a comment. Don't they recycle the parts? Possibly do. Possibly do. So you can jump in and leave comments. But anyway, whatever you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, the scheduled event is happening at 5, I think. I can't tell at the moment because I'm not on the right screen. Don't tell anybody. But that's, I think we're going to go live about 5:30. So click your reminders, do your following, click all your reminders on Facebook or YouTube, and then when we go live, it'll tell you. Honest, it will. So let's have a look what it's saying at the bottom. The static fire, 10 kilometer flights possible today. Yeah. You see, they've got up till the 28th. What is the date today? Is it 26th today? Yes, the 26th, 27th, 20. So they've got up to Sunday on the license. So they could. Trouble with these things, they just don't tell you what's going on. I'm going to have to watch this all afternoon while I'm working, which is fine because I'm a digital marketer, and that's my job. That's what Social Command actually does, and so I can sit in front of screens. I sit in front of screens all day anyway, so it's not a problem. So we'll have this running in the side, and we had, I think, views of the last broadcast of the actual launch of the Starship. I think we hit 6,500 views across all the channels. Mind blown. Really was great. Thank you very much for everybody who watches these things, because we're just, I'm just a space fan. I'm not. I wouldn't even say I'm a hobbyist. I love space, and I love all the stuff that SpaceX is doing and NASA and all that. And it's great to share it with, and I think this is the thing that we do this because people have asked why do you do this, and I think it's because we want to share it and live this experience that's happening now in our lifetime, because this is going to change things forever. This will be going to Mars. That's a thing that's mind blowing. Is that this will go to Mars at some point, and all these tests that they're doing are essential, really. Well, essential to get this rocket up. But the actual super base, the actual bit that this sits on, because this is not the actual rocket. This is the weird thing, and we'll get some graphics up later, which we've got. I haven't got it on this stream capture. And this is just the bit at the top, this rocket, and this is big. And then they've got the booster, which sits underneath it, which is the one that actually pushes us out of the atmosphere. And then this will then carry on to the moon base, and then they refuel there, and off they go to Mars. So I don't think they're going to land this on the moon. I think there's going to be a space station refueling depot type of thing. So it'll hook up to that, refuel, and then shoot off to Mars. And then this will land on Mars and then take off from Mars and then fly back. Well, just unbelievable. It is phenomenal, isn't it? And they've got a base at Mars surrounding, a space station as well, which they can refuel there and come back. And so they've got to get this testing right, because they don't want to leave people stuck between here and Mars. That would be a problem. So that's why we do this. We're just talking a load of nonsense. I have no technical knowledge of it all. I do rely very heavily on people like Harvey, who's jumped off at the moment. Gabrielle, the launch, right, we're being told if everything goes to plan, they've had the static fire, Gabrielle, it will be UK time somewhere around 5:30 to 5:45. That's if everything runs like clockwork. We know it doesn't. So 5:30, 5:45, that's when hopefully the launch will be happening. And we'll be back later. Then we have a small window to 7 o'clock. And then my radio show starts, and we'll keep all this running. You'll just have me in the background. We won't put the audio on unless people want the audio on of me playing music and having a drink, because we do this every Friday night. Because like last time when we did this launch, it launched at about 10:30 UK time. So it was all a bit jumbled. So what we're going to do then is we're going to jump off now. Thanks for all the people who've joined us for the past half an hour. Is it? Oh, yeah, it's half an hour. So let's just say static fire so far looks like that's been successful. They're now detanking. They'll open up all the roads so the cars can travel and whatever, and then they'll close everything down again. And we will be back around 5-ish. Okay. I don't know. It's whatever SpaceX do. But we'll keep an eye on everything, don't worry. So we'll see you later on. Thanks for joining us now. Click the reminder and the follows and everything on YouTube and the Facebook pages. We'll see you in a bit. See you in a couple of hours. See you in a bit.
T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,